Hello and welcome to a Times special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. Bosses can come in all shapes and sizes. The bully, the absentee, the paranoid one, and of course the narcissist. The catalogue is long. What's the trick to handling a difficult boss while keeping your self-respect intact? Thiruvalluvar had acknowledged that this is a tricky terrain and suggested tips which can give new age self-help gurus a run for their money.
In high-powered organizations, one rule shines above all. Protect the boss's ego. Disagree you may, but disagree gently. Words must be weighed like gold and always leave space for the boss's decision to stand as final. We like to believe that careers are built on talent and hard work. Yet often, they are shaped by the temperament of the person we report to. Employees do not leave organizations, they leave their bosses. And bosses can hurt in many ways. The one who makes your best effort seem a mere fraction of expectation. The one who basks in the glow of victories but points an accusing finger at failures. The crybaby bosses who moan endlessly about deadlines. The micromanager who suffocates every move. And the monster manager who seems to thrive only in making others' lives miserable. Add to this the bully boss, the absentee boss, the paranoid and the narcissist. The catalogue of tormentors is long. Even brilliant leaders are not exempt. Craig M. Wright, an American scholar, studied the leadership of several geniuses like Edison, Picasso, Henry Ford and Steve Jobs. They were masterminds who reshaped the world. Yet, as people's leaders, they were poor. Even brilliant leaders are not exempt. Craig M. Wright, an American scholar, studied the leadership of several great people a la Edison, Picasso, Henry Ford, and Steve Jobs. They were masterminds who reshaped the world. Yet, as people's leaders, they were poor. Steve Jobs, for instance, was allegedly obsessively controlling, prone to fits of rage, throwing tantrums even at board members. A few who worked under him remarked that creativity soared, but so did their suffering. How then did their 1 downs and 2 downs survive the ire? By adapting. Some endured the storm in silence. Some mastered the art of reading moods. And some simply left when their strain became too much to bear. For if this was the case in corporates, where checks and balances still exist, what about the kings who held supreme power with no one to say no? History is filled with tales of such unchecked arrogance. Maharaja Jai Singh, 1882 to 1937, despised defeat. Opponents in games were warned to lose to him. Yet once during a polo match, the opposite team won despite trying not to. Furious, the Maharaja torched his horse, blaming it for the loss. On another occasion, insulted at a Rolls-Royce showroom in London, the Maharaja bought 7 cars, shipped them to India, and used them as garbage carriers in his town. King Farouk of Egypt, 1920-1965, fared no better. He disliked the look of a railway station and ordered it to be demolished immediately, indifferent to the plight of passengers. Power, when absolute, often slide into whim and cruelty. If corporate titans who somehow mirror the egoist kings of the past could be so difficult, how should one navigate a bully boss in the modern workplace? Experts give some advice. Never confront them mid-tirade. If the attack comes by email, resist the urge to strike back instantly. Wait and later bring up the incident calmly in private. You may never hear an apology, but your quiet reminder signals that respect cannot be trampled. With narcissistic bosses, the path is different. Their charm is a mask that slips in time. When it does, the best course is to plan an exit, but carefully, without burning the bridges. Centuries ago, Thiruvalluvar anticipated these struggles in his chapter on dealing with the supremely powerful. Mannarai Serndozhugu. His counsel is precise. Do not compete with your boss's ambitions. A single bad impression is hard to erase, so try not to make any mistake. Your boss may be friendly. Do not take friendliness as liberty. Never outlaugh or whisper in his ear. Do not overhear, interrupt, or question rashly. Even if your boss is younger than you or he is related, a boss is still a boss. Intimacy does not mean privilege. And then comes his most profound metaphor in Kural 691. Agalaadhu, Anugaadhu, Theekayvaar, Polga, Igalvendhar, Serndozhugu, Vaar. Moving with the king is like sitting by the fireside, neither too close nor too far. That perhaps is the timeless art, whether in the court of kings or the corridors of corporates. Survival rests not in confrontation or servility, but in balance, knowing the exact distance at which one can sit. Feel the warmth, do not get burnt.